Guys, I'm sorry I look crazy. It is Friday. It is like 12 and I woke up at 12 on the dot. So I just been in my bed watching TikToks. Usually when I wake up the first thing I do is save videos to my watch later. So I save videos to my watch later. Now I'm watching TikToks. I have today off. It's a Friday. I have today off. So I am actually going to read. I have been reading Oswald for the past 3 days, and I ended up finishing Good Daughters, by the way, if anybody was like wondering. So I need to finish Oswald tonight. I'm 20% into it, but I'm taking a break and I'm reading romance because I'm not really feeling the book. Like, it's called a dark comedy, but I've yet to laugh. Instead, I just feel bad for the main character. She basically has this chronic back pain that like nobody believes her for, and her cast wants to put on Oswald's Enswell. Well, she wants to put on Oswald's Enswell because she has like this weird attachment to the play. She's like weirdly obsessed with it. I don't want to say obsessed, but like she weirdly likes it. Like everyone's like, girl, we didn't even know this play exists. Like, what the fuck is this play? Like, why do you want to put it on so bad? And it's mostly because she was the star of it. I hope that whatever the ending is, it has something to do with that. Because I'm sorry, this book is sitting at like a 3-star, and I don't want to give two of her book 3 stars, especially because I really want to like this. Like, you know, I really want to like this, but I'm reading this romance series. The first book was called like Brutal Prince, and it's like a mafia romance, and it's about this girl who like she has lives in a mafia family, and this guy, his family's like Irish, and she breaks into his house, and well, they're at this party, and she breaks into his house and set it on fire to like get out because he was there, and like she didn't want to be noticed, so she set it on fire. And the dads were finally like, okay, we've had this like family war for like years, you guys should get married to like, you know, mafia families, they get married to like settle the beef. I don't really know why they have to marry the kids off or whatever. So I really liked it. It was pretty good. I like the main character, and I really like it. It's not too dark. Like, you know, sometimes you like I like watching, like I like reading dark romance, but I have to read it every so often because like sometimes it just be too dark and like too heavy. So it's not too dark and heavy. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, those are my plans for today. I started my monthly, so I don't know how much I'm gonna update this vlog, but I definitely want to start it because I'm going to be laying down all day. I have to edit my video for Monday, but I usually like to edit my videos Thursdays, but now I'm gonna have to edit them Fridays because, well, I can still edit them Thursdays, but I upload my vlogs Thursdays, so I'm gonna edit my, I'm gonna edit my, my arms. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit my video Sunday because my stomach hurts too much and I just wanna lay in bed all day. I just wanna lay in bed all day. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay in bed all day. So it is almost 2 p.m. and it is Saturday. I did not update you guys at all Friday night. I just was not feeling good, and then at like 6 p.m. my Wi-Fi went out, and it went out for 6 hours, and I didn't even realize that there was a possibility that the power could be out downstairs because the power was up. Like the power was still working upstairs, and that's mainly where all the bedrooms are, so I didn't really go downstairs. Like once I tried to turn the light on at nighttime, I was like, hold the fuck up, because I went to go try to fix the Wi-Fi box and it wasn't working, so I was like, whatever. And then I just turned my hotspot on and I was just chilling, and then I went to go like turn the light on downstairs and it wasn't working, so I was like, what the heck. So like the refrigerator was still on, the microwave was still on, and the air conditioning was still on, but all the lights wouldn't turn on. Even like we have a light up here in the hallway that you could turn on downstairs, so the light in the hallway wasn't working. So then my sister went to go mess with the fuse box because my brother had been asleep all day because his sleeping schedule's been wacky. So she went to go turn the fuse box on and it wasn't working. So we're just like, okay, what the heck? So we waited till my mom got home. My mom woke my brother up and my brother fixed it in like 2 seconds. We didn't turn the living room fuse box on. So yeah, we just didn't have Wi-Fi for like 6 hours. So instead of reading, okay, so back in like high school, we used to have months where like every other month we didn't have Wi-Fi because my mom couldn't afford to pay the Wi-Fi bill. So sometimes we were just like, obviously what's less important, having lights, having water, having gas, having Wi-Fi. So for a good, like, I want to say a week or two, we wouldn't have Wi-Fi. So me and Jay used to do is we used to like, write stories, and we used to read a lot up until nighttime. And I also have like this flashlight pen that I always kept with me since then. So it's not really a pen, but it's in the shape of a pen. So I was like, okay, period, I'm gonna go back on my nostalgia era, back to when we didn't have Wi-Fi, and read. I ended up on TikTok all night. I was like, okay, I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm just like, I don't want to force myself to read. And I did finish a book. I finished, what the heck is this book called? Also, it's Juneteenth, by the way. So I'll let you guys know when I'm reading for that in a minute. Okay, so I wrote Stolen Heir, which is the sequel to Brutal Prince. And Stolen Heir was good. It was 4 stars. It's about this, it follows the sister of the love interest in the first book, and their family killed the main character in this book's. His name was like Miko. So Callahan is the name of the guy in the first book. So Callahan's family killed Miko's family. So they kidnapped, so Miko in return kidnapped his sister Nessa. So it's about Nessa and Miko. And I thought this book was really, really interesting. I really like the idea of like, I don't want to be like, I really like the idea of somebody being held captive, but like I thought for like a dark romance books, like that's something, I can't say that's something I never read before, but I think that plot for mafia books is very like what's one I'm looking for? Underused. A lot of people use the forced marriage trope or the marriage of convenience trope a lot when they write mafia books. So reading this one, I was like, okay, this one was good. Like this one was interesting. I thought it was fun. So I was like, okay, well there's this other book called When Heroes Fall or something like that. And so I was like, okay, well I'll check this book out because like I'm in my mafia era, like it'll be fine. And so I started reading the book and I am bored. I don't know if I'm bored of mafia books or if I'm bored with that book specifically. It's a pretty good book. It's just about this girl who has to be a lawyer for this mafia guy, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna fall in love with him. And I'm like, maybe it's because it doesn't really have any interesting tropes. That's why I'm really not messing with it right now. But it's Juneteenth, like I said, so I'm actually going to be reading Song of the Storm. I have this on Audible. Sad news, Audible caught my ass for returning books because I was just returning books like crazy. I bought a lot of credits over the summer. I think I bought like 36 worth of credits over the last summer. So I was just like returning books like crazy because I want to keep my 30 books, like my 30 credits. And they put me on like a little limit where they was like, oh, okay, you can only send 3 at a time. So every single day I was sending 3 books at a time because I was sending a lot of audiobooks. So it was like they finally called my ass and was like, you are going to put it on hold for 6 months, and if you try to create another account, we'll know and we'll put that account on hold too. So now I gotta start, well, I always use Libby. What I would do was I would use Libby, and then if it wasn't on Libby or I had to wait, I would just use Audible. Sometimes I prefer Audible. I kind of prefer Libby over Audible, but yeah. So I got this on Audible. I'm gonna have to be careful with my Audible credits. So I'm gonna have to start waiting for Libby. Sadly, I don't want to do that. So if I can't find it, I'm gonna go on YouTube. Like I'm gonna have to download Scribd again. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna have to download Libro. I know everyone tries Libro, but Libro sounds like, I don't know. Should I try Libro? I guess I could. But I am going to be reading this, and it's to be the perfect book for Juneteenth, as well as it's queer, so it will be perfect for Pride Month as well. Or is it queer or is it gay? Sorry. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to start this for today. And this will be the only thing I'll try to read today. So I am reading, well, I just finished All's Well by Mona Awad, and I'm gonna have to get that book 2 stars. I wasn't feeling it, okay? Like, yes, I'm back again with spraying my hair. I know everyone loved the spray hair parts, but that's all you're gonna get from me, is spraying my hair. But anyway, so yeah, I couldn't do it. I have to get the book 2 stars. I really wanted to like it. I read Bunny last weekend, as you guys know if you watched that vlog, and I didn't like it. I didn't like Bunny. So I was trying to give the author another chance. You know, I really like Shakespeare, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into this book. And I wasn't liking it. Like, it's about this character, and she has a chronic back pain to the point where nobody even believes her. Her doctors kind of don't believe her. Her coworkers don't believe her. And she wants to put on the play All's Well by Shakespeare, but everyone wants to do Macbeth, which I don't understand because Macbeth is cursed, but like the person doesn't believe that, so I don't know. I guess she didn't want to do Macbeth because it was popular and they were like entering this like competition thing, and so they end up going behind her back and deciding it's Macbeth. And the main character, ends up coming across these three men who are like tempting her to like do that, and it's like promoted as like a dark comedy, but it's not. Nothing, like, wasn't shit funny. Like, I wasn't laughing. Like, I didn't find anything about the book funny. It was depressing because the main character just complained so much. It was hard for you to find anything funny because I just felt bad for her, and I didn't laugh at all. Like, I was just like, dang, like, I just, you know, everything was going bad for her. Like, it just, I'm sorry, but it was really hard for me to find anything funny if the whole, like, the character just had such a terrible life. Like, I just don't understand how the author, like, whatever. So yeah, I gave it 2 stars because I was bored. Didn't anything happen until like 50% into the book. The book technically put me in a reading slump, where I call a Mayana reading slump, because I read all the time. So a Mayana reading slump is just when I read less than I normally do. So last week, I only, like, during the week from like Tuesday to Thursday, I read 2 books. I read Oswell, and I didn't even finish that. And then I read a mafia romance book, because I was putting off reading books because I really wanted to finish Oswell, and I didn't. So it put me in a minor reading slump where I only read 2 books, and it just really messed me up. So I just had to hurry up and finish it because it was wasting my time. Like, I have so many books to get through, and I'm so mad because there's so many other arcs I could have read, and there's so many other books I could have read, and I sat here and wasted my time reading that book, and it wasn't good. It wasn't funny. It made me depressed. It put me in a reading slump, a mini reading slump, and that's like 3 days of my life I can't get back now. So it's 12 at night, and I finished Son of the Storm, and I thought this book was like okay. It's a 3-star. Basically, the book is about this guy, and he is kind of an outcast because he's special, but instead of treating him like he's special, they treat him like he's nothing and like he's a danger to society. And they have these things called the yellow skins, and they're basically like the enemies, and like they're myths. Like, this world is based off like myths and stuff. And so one of the yellow skins actually ends up like coming into their like area, their world, and it ends up just turning their world upside down. Like, he ends up getting involved with this yellow skin, and he ends up learning like, oh, his people are lying to him. Like, you know, they weren't really telling him the truth. And I really liked it. This multiple POV. It was really fun, but it just wasn't a page turner. I really liked the characters, especially the character Esme. I loved Esme. Like, I really loved Esme. So I did enjoy this book. I am ready for the sequel. It's just I felt like I just wanted a bit more from the book, I think. Now that I am finished with that, I'm going to read The Mask of Mirrors. And I don't know how I find recommendations by watching BookTube, of course, and also spending a lot of time on Goodreads. Like, I will, like, so when I went to Son of Storms, I was like, okay, I want to find some other books to put in my cart because it's Amazon Prime Day Monday and Tuesday, and also I know I'm getting paid those days, so I know I'm gonna have money. And I know I'm gonna have money those days, so I'm like, okay, like, I'm about to buy some books, so I'm just gonna add books to my cart. But like, The Mask of Mirrors, like, I haven't heard anything about it. I have heard Beautifully Bookish Bethany talk about it, and that's what made me intrigued. So I have heard her talk about it, but other than her, I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the audiobook first and then buy the book based off if I like it or not, which is what I've been doing essentially recently anyways, is reading books and then buying them instead of buying them and then reading them. Because for me, I personally just can't keep doing that, because I mean, I can, like, I pretty much enjoy everything I read. It's actually, I don't want to say it's very rare, but I am more likely to just think a book is okay than to hate it or anything. But I don't want to keep wasting my time buying books that I thought was okay. Like, I want to spend more time buying books that I've read that I don't own. Basically, it's like there's so many romance books that I've read that I've loved that I don't own. There are so many fantasy books, like so many like thriller books. Like, there's so many books out there that I struggle with like buying books after I read them. So I want to work on that instead of reading books and then buying them. So I mean, buying books and then reading them. So I'm listening. I'm gonna start this. I literally sat here for like 20 minutes trying to decide what I want to read because I want to finish this Mafia series, but I also need a break. Like, I've been thinking about it all day, but I genuinely need a break from romance. Like, I will read like 2 books and be like, I'm going back to romance. Like, I actually need a break. So I want to read some fantasy. I need to get my adult fantasies. I need to read some more adult fantasies, and I need to read some more sci-fi. So I am gonna also read The Shining because there are some covers that I've seen by Stephen King that I really really like, and I still need to know, like, I still need to figure out if I'm really a Stephen King fan or not. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just so many books I can read right now. Oh my gosh. But I'm just gonna read The Mask of Mirrors. I'm actually watching Kenny JD. If anybody watches her, she does like Saturday in a Beat where she reviews like bad movies. Well, it's called Bad Movie in the Beat, where she watches bad movies and talks about them. And I just think that's really entertaining. So can't wait to read The Mask of Mirrors. Like, it's underrated. Like, I really need to get into I really need to get into reading underrated books, and I'm just really excited. I really hope that I like this book because I haven't read a 5-star book in about a minute. Like, it's been like, I haven't rated a book 5 stars in about 10 books, which is a lot considering I've read like 27 books so far. So I really need to, I want to read a 5-star book so bad. Okay, so it's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. Last night I read A Deadly Gin in Caro, and that is one of the prequel books to The Master of Gin. It was only like 30 pages, so it was like an hour long, an audiobook. It was okay. I didn't rate it or anything because it's a novella. So it's basically just about, it's like a murder mystery and Caro, and it's set in like an alternative Caro in 1912. So it was okay. I like the main character. Her name is Fatima, and I liked it, but it was just like, it was a novella, so it wasn't much there. But I'm going to be reading The Mask of Mirrors now, the book that I talked about last night. But I don't know, because I'm kind of like bored of reading now. I think like I haven't been rating any books like 5 stars in a minute, and I don't know, like, I feel like it's not that I'm tired of reading, because like honestly right now I could be like, oh yeah, I'm so tired of reading, and then rest for like a day or two and then get back into reading, or not even rest for a day or two. I could say I'm tired of reading right now and then come back from work and be like, yeah, I finished the whole book. It's just, I think I'm just tired of like not loving anything I read. Like, the thing that annoys me most about me reading so much is that I do enjoy everything I read, but I don't have like favorites of everything I read. Like, I'm very particular with my ratings. Like, just because I enjoy a book doesn't, like, just because a book is okay doesn't mean it's gonna get a 4-star. Like, I have to get that feeling for it to be a 5-star. So, and it's like a feeling I get, this is so corny, but it's like this feeling I get in my chest where it's just like, I know, like, it's literally a feeling, and it's like the book is so good that I can feel it. Like, I don't know how many times I can say feeling, but yeah. So it's just like, I just haven't really been loving anything I'm reading, and I don't know if I should take a break. There's so many books I need to read. There's so many books I have to read. So I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I'll probably still read, but usually what I do is before work, I'll listen to music for about an hour or so, like 30 minutes to an hour. I have a current mood playlist where every time there's a new song, I listen to it, and then once I probably get tired of that song, I'll remove it off the playlist. So I probably have like a few new songs in that playlist, and then like, yeah, I have like a few songs in that playlist, so it's like 30 minutes worth of songs. And then as of right now, sometimes it's higher than that, sometimes it's lower than that, but as of right now it's 30 minutes worth of songs. So I just listen to that, and then, you know, work, and then I'll go into an audiobook after I get tired of it. But it's like, I don't know, and I just have a headache and my body's sore, and it's Father's Day. It's still haven't told my dad Happy Father's Day or my uncle. And like I said, my body's sore. I just want to sleep. Being an adult, like, yeah, I like money, but like being an adult is just like so humiliating. Like, why do we have to work? Like, stop, because nobody wants to listen to me complain. Literally no one, not even me. Someone was complaining that my last video was too shaky, so I hope this is good enough for y'all. But it's Sunday. I was gonna do this video vlog from, it's Monday. So what I was gonna say actually is wrong. Okay, so what I was gonna say was, oh yeah, I was gonna do this from Friday to Sunday instead of Friday to Monday, but it's already Monday. So anyways, so I'm reading The Mask of Mirrors, and it's okay. Like, I'm only like 15% through it. I read 2 hours worth yesterday at work. Probably gonna read some more today at work. The book is okay. It's basically just about this fantasy world. Well, it's about this character, and her name is Ren, and she is a con artist, and she's basically trying to con her way up into like one of the higher houses in this fantasy world. And it's pretty interesting so far. I think that is sapphic. That's what it says on Goodreads, so hopefully it is, because I thought Son of the Storm was gay, but it wasn't. So I was really confused when I started reading the book and they was just having sex, and I was like, it was like a guy and a girl, and I was like, hold on. Okay, so I just got home and I finished the book. So next I'm going to be reading Prison Healer, which that'll be over the week, so you have to look out for my Goodreads review, or you just have to stay tuned for my wrap-up. So I did finish The Mask of the Mirror, and it was okay. I gave it 3 stars because like the entire time of me reading the book, I'm like, is it me? Am I the problem? Why am I not liking any adult fantasies? I think my issue is I'm gonna have to start physically reading my fantasies, because now that I think about it, I cannot think of any fantasies that I've read since February that I've given 5 stars. And it's not saying that anything is wrong with these fantasies, because I give them like 4 stars and stuff like that, but it's like I haven't found my favorite fantasy. So I'm like, okay, so until I find a fantasy that I'm really messing with, we're not listening to any audiobooks of adult fantasy. YA fantasy, that can stay, even though I think The Mask of Mirrors says YA still. But also, I don't really be feeling YA fantasy like that either. I gotta figure out what genre this is, because I don't be really messing with YA. Well, as y'all know, not that I hate YA, like I still read it. Like I still have a bunch of YA books to read. Oh, it's adult and young adult, and it's also LGBT, which I don't know. Anyway, so before I end this vlog, I do have a haul for you guys. So I got Dead Girls and Wild Women in the Blues, and these are both Black authors. And I'm so happy because when I was at Target, because as soon as my money hit today, I was like, we're gonna cash out on some books. I didn't cash out on some books. I did cash out on Amazon because it is Prime Day though, but I'm gonna try to go to Barnes & Noble next weekend, so hopefully you guys see that. But when I was up there, the girl ringing me up, she seen these books and she could tell that they were Black authors, and so she took a picture of these, and I think she might read them. So I'm gonna see, like, next time I see her. I don't see her that often, so next time I see her I'm gonna ask. And it was so funny, like, look at me on my booktube things even when I'm not trying. So I'm very excited to read both of these books. This one is a thriller, and I don't know what this one is about, but I could tell it was a Black author immediately, and I really want to support Black authors. And I think maybe In my wrap up, you'll see like I bought a lot of black authors this month, and I'm really proud of myself. I've been reading more black authors, and I really need to get on my reading black authors shit, because in the summertime, like that's usually when I read most of my black authors anyways. But I still feel like I haven't read enough, and the reason why I created this channel was because I wanted black girls or black guys or black people to watch my channel and find recommendations and find black books, because we all probably grew up not seeing ourselves in books. So I really just want to recommend, I don't know if like younger audience watches me, but just in case I do, like I want to be able to recommend black books. Like they probably like, girl, I don't want to read this white shit, and I understand you. I don't want to read it either, but I still do. So I want to get out of reading, so I want to get into reading more black authors. I feel like I do read enough, but I feel like I did read some black authors, but I feel like I don't really read enough when I look back on it. And there's like the popular black authors like Talia Hibbert, Alyssa Cole, people like that. But I personally want to read more, and there's so many YA books I got, so many unpopular books I found, like that ones that booktube aren't talking about. So I can't wait to read and recommend those to you guys. And I just want to make my channel more, I mean, I do feel like my channel is black, obviously because I'm black, but like I really want black people to find black recommendations, So yeah, that is it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.